social entrepreneur, do-good business owner, conscious company runner, impact-driven founder. So sent. Hello, and welcome to Defining Good. I'm Rachel Parker Chavez, and I think it makes the most sense to use your business to create good in the world, and that's what we talk about here. This week, we're looking at 3 social good business models. So if you're thinking about heading down the path to social entrepreneurship, or you want to integrate more good into your current business, this episode will give you the direction. The concept of a social good business is pretty simple. A for-profit business that has a core commitment to solving a social or environmental issue or affecting social change. Or as I like to say, using business to create good in the world. But how that actually looks in the marketplace can be very different. I see 3 main distinctions, and I've broken them down for you here. Model 1, the social or environmental improvement is inherent to the product or service. The company Opus 12 that helps reduce carbon emissions through their device that converts CO2 back into fuel and other products. So the actual product or service, because of what it is increasing the greater good. Model 2, the social or environmental improvement is established not because of what the product is or does, but because of how it's made or how it's sourced. For instance, when businesses commit to fair trade or cruelty-free practices or employ a marginalized population. You wouldn't necessarily say clothing or jewelry is inherently making the world better, but it is when it comes from companies like Everlane that's committed to ethically made clothing, or the Giving Keys that employs people transitioning out of homelessness. It's the methods that make these companies socially good. Model number 3. The social or environmental improvement is made through a partnership with another organization, typically a nonprofit or an NGO. This is probably the most common business model we see, and it takes many different forms, such as giving a product for every product or service you sell. Take, for example, the company Goodspread, who for every purchase of their peanut butter donates 1 packet of a nutritional supplement to treat malnutrition through their partner organization Manna. One thing to note is that this is usually still a financial contribution. I don't think Goodspread goes out and purchases the nutrition packets themselves and then gives them to Manna to distribute. Most likely they know the cost of the nutrition packet and they donate that dollar amount for the amount of packets they want to give. This isn't always the case, but it's pretty common, and I thought just in case we should bring it up. Another example of this type of model would be to give a percentage of proceeds for every product or service. For instance, Love Your Melon Hats, who gives 50% of their proceeds to nonprofit partners to fund cancer research initiatives. Pretty rad, right? Now, these partnerships don't always have to be completely financial. You can support your organizations in other ways too, but financial support is typically the main method. So that's the basic breakdown of 3 main social good business models. There's of course multiple iterations for each one, but this gives you a clear initial path. It's also important to note that they're not mutually exclusive. There are a lot of social good businesses that fall into more than one category, like Soapbox Soaps, a company that makes all natural soaps cruelty-free, and with every purchase, a donation is made to a child in need. So that, of course, is models 2 and 3, and I'm seeing a lot more of this lately, which is great news, because the last thing we want is for a product that gives 10% to charity to be made by forced labor or be terrible for the environment. So it's really great to be diligent about all the aspects of your business when you're trying to make the world a better place. That, of course, is an entirely other conversation, and I'll save it because this is supposed to be a quick video. So let's recap. Model 1, the social or environmental improvement is inherent to the actual product or service. Model 2, the social or environmental improvement is established, not necessarily because of what the product or service is, but because of how it's made or sourced. Model 3, the social environmental improvement is made through a partnership with another organization. I hope this breakdown helps, especially if you're considering starting a social good business. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to send them my way. If you like this video and you know of other people interested in social good business, please share it with them. And don't miss a thing by signing up for Defining Good updates, tools, and free resources on defininggood.com. Remember, you have a distinct voice and a unique circle of influence, and you can choose to ignore it or you can use it to change the world. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. A for-profit business. Dang. Just got a text from my husband. Apparently we're going to rescue some cats. So random. So I love him. What does this mean?